This morning in Your Money, how to replace your paycheck when in retirement. And here to explain more is Jeff Massey of Massey & Associates. Good morning.
Good morning, Michaela.
I hope you are doing well, because as we know, once the pandemic hit, a lot has changed, which brings up our first point. When it comes to investing in the stock market, do you have any advice? Is it a good time? Any concerns there?
Well, there are always concerns in the market with risk, and right now what we're really focusing on is the coronavirus and the uptick that we're seeing in the not just the count of people infected, but I think the critical part of that is hospitalizations and how many more of those going. And as that ticks up, we have a little concern that people might get a little more nervous. So it's important to understand the level of risk that you have in your existing portfolio. You know, Warren Buffett has a saying, why risk what you have to something you don't need? And what he's talking about is risk. Why take this much risk if you only need this much to accommodate your lifestyle needs for income? So that's an important aspect of things.
Yeah, that is an excellent point right there. And when we talk about what we need, we might be thinking about what we need for the future, for retirement. And at the start of this conversation, we mentioned replacing your paycheck once you retire. What do you mean by that? How can we do that?
Well, there are different ways to do that. The big concern right now, a lot of people are losing their jobs because of the coronavirus. And if they're within that age bracket where they can take their Social Security, you know, that's a big decision. So should they take a lower amount at an earlier age or defer taking that to get a higher amount for the rest of their lives? So it's not an easy decision to determine. We use very high-end software to help us determine that for our clients. And it's very important. It's a big decision, because after 12 months, you cannot undo that decision. Within 12 months, you could actually pay the money back and say, you know, I didn't need it, so I'll just pay it back. No penalties, no interest. But most people shouldn't do that. Just speak with a professional advisor so they can calculate it for you. Right.
You mentioned speaking and getting that professional help with someone, because everything is individualized. These are big decisions to be made. That being said, things are starting to open back up a little bit more. What sort of precautions are you guys continuing to take?
Oh, we're doing everything. I mean, I don't have a mask on today because I'm in a room by myself, so we don't have to worry about that. But we have masks that are required of staff as well as our visitors. We have a 10-foot conference room table. We have plexiglass in the middle of that. We have hand sanitizer everywhere. We have face shields if people want to wear those. So we have a huge HEPA air filter in that conference room. So it's probably a great place to be, because it's got a UV light and it protects us, you know, just from the air quality. So that's an important aspect of things today. We want to make sure that our visitors are safe here at Massey & Associates, Inc.
You mentioned having hand sanitizer everywhere. So do we. I'm going to put some on right now as we wrap up this segment. Jeff, stay safe. Thank you so much.
You as well. Always a pleasure.
You too. All right. If you want to review this Your Money segment, you can go to Roadshow.com.